dream. Yeah, she just like the girl of mine.
Hey guys.
Okay, we are back. Okay, that's much better. Yeah, we had some typical difficulties, a little bit,
Technical difficulties.
a little bit, because
She didn't have enough storage.
y'all, I am ashy as shit.
It's okay.
But
yo,
y'all, this topic, let me try to fix the camera so we go big man. This topic is, what's this? Oh, we still gotta put this up in there.
That's going in my book bag.
Y'all, have y'all felt like y'all have to change
It make blueberry waffles
for a person? Have y'all felt like you have to change mentally, the good or bad for a person? If you did, y'all just comment below, just let them know the story. But I feel like I changed
we
for
want to
the.
hear y'all comments. Though.
Yeah, y'all leave a comment.
Y'all don't leave comments. We want to know how you felt. Y'all are watching, but we want to know how you felt.
Leave a comment.
You know,
like, let
tell
us know how we did.
in the video.
If you didn't like it, like, tell us, like, you want more with it. Y'all let us know. But I feel like I changed for the good. And the reason why, because being single for 6 years and, well, I was still dating, but being mentally in your own shit, you didn't have to tell nobody where you was going, who you was with. What'd you calculate?
Oh, I was just trying to calculate, like, what 6 years was for us.
When
like,
my dad passed away.
I know. About you. I know, but I'm saying, like, how old was I?
Oh my God! Yeah, it's age different. We are 10 years age different. But when
then I would have been like, you could have definitely been mine after 6 years, and we could have been okay. We could have been happy.
But,
you know.
But y'all, but like I ain't have to tell nobody.
She should have been on Facebook. You know, probably you could have been on. She could have been my girlfriend on Facebook.
I'm done. Hush. But y'all,
she was gone for 6 years. I think I was like 17.
I'm
that was
done.
Like 18. I was legal. She could have. And then she would have got that Navy money because I was in the Navy at the time. And you see, we could have been had this thing rolling. Like, okay, sorry.
But no, I feel like I changed mentally because when I was on my own, I ain't had to tell nobody where I was going, who I was with. I ain't had to be home at a certain time. I ain't had to communicate with nobody. It was just, I could go and come back.
And she liked that. She loved it.
I cook when I cook. I shop how I shopped. That's how I did it. Like, I ain't have to, well, I say change because my family used to tell me I had an anger issue. My mom to this day still tell me I got an anger issue.
She just don't take no shit, and people be trying to give her shit. I don't take no shit. I be wanting to come up there for her because she be taking extra shit, and I be like, let me handle it for you. Cause
y'all, like, I was a fighter, and my
I'm
voice,
still young. I ain't got nothing on my record.
Me either. My record's clean, but my voice used to get me in trouble. How I say shit used to get me in trouble. And my friends and family used to be like, Nycole, you gotta watch what you say to people. You can't tell nobody. You can't talk to nobody like that. Or they'd be like, ain't you dating somebody? You can't talk to that person like that. But when you doing so used to doing shit on your own, and you feel like somebody is coming in and messing up your routine, I lashed out.
Yep, especially with me.
At the beginning, I lashed out because I feel like, look, no, I'm not doing that. This how I did it. This how I want it done. This how we go do it. Leave it alone. But now is more, I communicate more with Babe. I tell Babe where I'm going. I tell Babe what I'm doing. Or if I be like, how I like things done. Or if I be like, I'm going to the corner store. Babe, I'll be back. I'm about to take one of the kids. We're going to the corner store. So I really communicate more now than when I used to. Because when before we dated, I used to just go. me and kids, we go. We at friend house, we had family house. We come back in 12, 1 o'clock at night. When they used to be out for school, spend the night at people's houses, or my kids spend the night at their friend house, or their friend come spend the night. I ain't have to really explain that to nobody. Mm-hmm. But when me and babe got together, like when you tell somebody to take control, especially when they come in with kids, okay, babe, I need you to take control.
It was more or less, I was like, babe, I need to take some control.
But I told her, but at the beginning, you wouldn't want to do it. Like,
it depends. I had to, what I was like, she wanted me to take control as soon as I got there. But I'm like, no, I need to
it wasn't like that. Like when we moved in and I'm gone and she there with the kid, she's to call me, oh, babe, what should I cook? Or, babe, can they do this? No, you there. Do it. Say it. Tell them.
Because, like I said in the very beginning, she was like, oh, they have to ask me before they do something, or they have to do this. So I was still trying to adhere to her rules at the time. And at the same time, it was very beginning, just me moving in. I had to get a feel for everything before I could just, that's not how, because, I don't know if y'all know this, but when you have a new boss that's just there the first day and they just do this, do that, and you're like, whoa, bitch, you don't even know how we run things over here. So it's the same way when it comes to somebody else's house and with their children. You gotta step back. Let me see how they run things. Let me see how this kid takes certain things, this kid takes certain things. How to actually come to them first before you just go off, spit off everything. And then I learned, I've been trying to, how the our generation, the younger generation, 25, and a little bit under, have been trying to implement the more gentle parenting and stuff like that, taking that into consideration, and but they boys, so it don't matter. You have to, sometimes with boys, you just have to cuss them the hell out to get them to do something. And it don't matter. I sit there and we asked the oldest one, to wash the dishes 6 damn times. The boy said, okay, yes, ma'am, every damn time. Still did not get up to go wash the damn dishes. It wasn't until I got up, made him go wash the dishes. And then it took him 3 hours to do it because he wanted to be on his phone. And then I was like, you know what? Give me the phone. You have to learn. He hated when I got the phone. He was so mad. Like, you could have did this 6 hours ago. Would have been done. So you have to learn what works and what don't work with each person, because each child is different. Have different emotions, have different feelings.
And it just ain't just the children. It's
us too.
It's us too. We have to learn how she likes stuff, how I like stuff, how she eat, how I eat, and how we clean, how we pay bills. We have to learn.
She likes to cook early in the morning and have it done. The reason I don't like that is because I like to eat my food hot. I like to eat it as done.
It's not even that. Like how I grew up, my mom them always told me to cook your meat early, especially when you in a house. And I always been in a townhouse, except that one time we met. I always been in a townhouse, so it's always been hot. But I grew up. Little growing up cooking. My mom used to make me on my auntie go over there and go cook that chicken. And I cook that chicken. I make no sides. And then sometimes we cook lunch. That'd be our lunch. And then we cook something separate for dinner. But I always grew up, when it comes to meat, cook that shit early. That's how my mom cooked. My mom used to cook her dinner early. Like,
my mom was one of them. She would cook.
That's how I grew up.
She a soul food cooker. So my mom was a soul food cooker. She would cook her meat. It'd be an all day thing sometimes, or she would cook her meat that, like, at that time we were about to eat. So it'd be like, that's why I'm so used to eating food as it's hot, because she'll cook and it'll be ready by the time.
Yeah, because I changed the way I cook, because the way I was working and the way the kids come home, they didn't want to wait for dinner.
Right.
It was basically we cooking something quick and we eat and we homework is bed. So me coming home 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes be later than that, trying to cook dinner, my kids do not want to wait.
Right. And
but
then,
they
now,
always been. But now we changed the way.
Yeah.
We changed, so we cook and then we eat. But
that's the thing. So like now it's more or less that I'm at home, or even not even when I was at home, when I left early, like 1, 2 o'clock, I still was able to cook early enough to have the food ready by the time they get home. But now since I'm at home, I will start dinner at like 3, 4 o'clock. That way by the time they get home, they can eat dinner. They don't have to eat nothing else. Because I don't know about you, but after 4 or 5, if you eat something at that time, you're not going to be hungry until damn near 9, 10 o'clock. And by that time, your ass should be sleeping.
And it's not much that then is food, like nobody don't get home till about 7.
It depends.
No, I'm talking about at the school.
At the school.
Except games. Game we get home by between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
But
and
practice is set. We make home by 7, 10. They not coming home looking for no full course meal. They come in there and grab something to drink and a bag of chips, and they in their room.
But we stopping that from now on, actually. Because once we cook, they don't want to try to eat that food. They want to eat noodles and stuff. No, eat the food that you made.
It's that too, but growing up, the way I cook, I cook so much. Now, they want none of it because they so used to eating it. Now it's more of, let's find something else to cook. They don't want the food we used to cook because they grew up on it. They 11, 12, and 13. And they tell me, Mama, I don't want that no more. You don't want it. Because they so used to eating it. And I was talking to my mama the other day, and she was cooking something. She's like, you want something? I don't want that. I'm tired of that. I don't want it. I do not want it. She cooked some gravy and rice. I did not want it. And when I asked the boys,
that was also a thing too. Like when we first started dating, that was 3 years ago. That's all they would eat was gravy and rice. They
love gravy and rice, beans, spaghetti, baked chicken, fried chicken. We did tacos. We did sloppy joe. All types of meat. Like it was all types of meat. Now they grew up.
One day we're gonna do tacos in the crock pot. So, like game day or something, we're gonna have them cook in the morning. Sorry about that.
We grew up, but back to the topic. But like I say, mentally, I changed. Relationship wise, we're not talking to kids no more. Okay. Relationship wise, because we're kicking out the topic. Sorry. We're not talking about them. They will not put talking about them at the beginning. It'll be us. Relationship wise, because she keep going off a topic.
They're part of the relationship.
No, relationship wise, I changed for the better.
Me too.
And my way of having stuff, I changed the better for us. I feel like I communicate more. I'm not controlling as I used to. Really, mine was controlling, and I feel like I don't need you to control me. Don't control nothing I'm doing.
You don't need me to do nothing.
Don't tell me how to do my stuff. Don't tell me how to spend my money. Long as my bills is good, let me spend my money how I want to spend my money.
I still don't tell you how to spend your money though. That's one thing I don't.
No, cause babe, no. And then I already told babe beginning, I pay my bills different than babe pay her bills, and I still do, cause I pay my shit early. So when it's time for me to go out and have fun, I have money. I don't wait till the day of or the date to pay bills, because I'm going to feel like, damn, I'm going to forget stuff. And then
most of us
some stuff, but some stuff you got to pay 2-3 days advance, because it's the way they do it, the system. And you pay it pay on the date you late, because they don't process 2 or 3 days later.
Right.
So I had to learn that. But I think mentally, I haven't changed. I have not lost myself in a relationship.
I'm going to say this. In the beginning, I thought I did lose myself a little bit. Like, very beginning. Before we, like, committed and everything, I did lose myself in a relationship. And that was...
You did. Because I felt like she's trying to do too much.
Yes. And that was also because of a little bit of my past still creeping in, because I was still new to Texas in general. I had only been to Texas not even for a year when we met. It would have been a year in May when we met. So it was like February. I wasn't even all the way into Texas. And less than a year before I moved, I had already, tried to commit suicide. So I was still going off of that. All of that. So I was still like learning myself at the same time as trying to be with her. So after we had our little hiatus, little time of breaking up and everything, I learned myself. I got myself back. Taught myself.
That's another thing we talked about. I also told her that you can't bring the past into a relationship, because mentally you not gonna be there. Physically you not go, emotionally you not go be there. And at the beginning, she changed from beginning to now.
Changed a lot.
Like a lot. And that's a good thing, because we talked about that before.
I even changed on communication. Like,
yeah.
Big communication.
Yeah, because Bae was more of quiet. Her emotions, she was like me. We kept them to ourselves. And then when we lash out, everything comes out, and it brings up old stuff too. But now it's more of, I tell her, we have to tell it when it happened. We can't wait.
We can't hold it in
a couple of days, because sometimes we could forget. I don't be like, when that was, when that happened. I don't remember that. Why are you still mad? That's supposed to be let go long time ago. Long time, I know 3-4 days, but when you on some new shit and is the emotions coming back, we could be like, I thought we fixed that. Why are we still?
And we learned to fix things that day.
Yeah.
And get over it.
Because when stuff lingers, it takes a lot of time to get back on track.
Yes.
It takes a long time.
And we have to, and honestly, once we get to that point where we're off track for a long time, we go to the beach.
Yeah,
and that's how we get back on track.
But then when we out for a long time, we have to go back and be like, okay, where did this started? Where the communication lack off? And then that takes time. Because now we got to sit right here like, okay, what happened? How it happened? Why it happened? And then we got to sit back here, okay, well, I didn't remember saying this, or I didn't mean to say it like this, or the anger came out, the emotions came out, and then all that come out at one time. But yeah, we learned how to communicate right then and there, because I gotta say, y'all coming below, because when y'all relationship, you can't do that. You cannot do that. And then we about to get married, so we don't want to take that. We don't want to go in a marriage and then on some old shit. Y'all don't do that.
And also, I would say this: our biggest thing was at the end of the year, like around December, November, we sit down, we talk about everything that happened in the whole year. Talk about what we could change, what we can do better.
Cause you don't want to take
rid of it.
Yeah, don't take it to the next year.
Don't take it to the
next
year.
Not even much that, cause y'all, that bringing on old stuff, that
after that,
that's a lot of work.
After December 31st turned into January 1st, everything that you had in the past year,
don't bring it up.
That's it.
We should not coming in 22 talking about, well, I'm still hurt
about what you said in November.
No.
But even though it's still January, that's November of last year. That's last year.
We should not have to be bringing up
or December 30th,
stuff.
December 28th. What happened? We can't bring that. That's December.
Because by the time we gotta let it go. You have to let it go, because if y'all don't let stuff go,
the only thing I say you bring is the good memories that happen.
Yeah, because you don't want to have to keep bringing in old stuff, and it's supposed to be a new year, and that take a lot of time.
But that's also how we grew that's how we have been able to grow each year.
Yeah.
And better each year. Because the first year, horrible. Second year, hard. Last year,
like the first year, it was on and off.
On and off.
The second year, it was at the beginning, it was on and off, and then we committed
in the middle.
Mm-hmm. But then we have to sit down and talk about what happened at the beginning of the year where we came at now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to be like, okay, it's another year coming. This can't go into the next year. Mm-hmm. Hold on, guys. But guys, anyways, we back. But we had just want to share that. That's how... Y'all just leave a comment. Just let us know. Have y'all changed mentally? Have y'all changed for the good? Have y'all changed for the bad? If y'all changed, how did y'all fix it for the good or the bad?
Yep.
That's basically it, guys. You ever add some extra?
No, I did. I talked my little talk.
But we changed for the good. We happy. So... New Year's coming.
Our up and downs, but we make it.
Yeah, like in relation we have, but our up and down is more of communication. Our communication be real off.
Sometimes.
Like it be off.
We still working on that. But communication is a continuous work.
Yes.
You can't stop working on that because you think you good on communication and then you gonna miscommunicate with something, anything, and you be like, dang, that's cause an argument or something. You gotta continuously work on that. The relationship is about continuous work, and what people fail to realize is after marriage, they think that, oh, you don't have to work no more, and that's how people lose the person that they really in love with,
or they lose themselves. And when you lose yourself, you not committed in a relationship. You lose yourself, you just in limbo. You just there. You in another world. You're not mentally there. You're not happy. You uncomfortable. Like you don't want to get to that point in a relationship. So that's why we say is don't lose yourself. Like keep remember who you are. Like you have to tell yourself who you are. You can't just be like, oh, well, I'm going to let it slide, or I'm just going to change this way just to make that person happy. Because if you do that, you making yourself unhappy. And you make yourself unhappy, you get to this big ball, and it's more of, I don't want to be here no more.
And sometimes it can look in a form of more or less contentment. And people, I had a relationship where I would ask the person, are you happy? And they'll be like, I'm content. It's not saying that you're happy. Content means you're okay being right here at this moment or at this time. You're just okay with it. You're not happy with it. You're not mad about it. You're just there. And that's
true. Because, guys, some people get comfortable in a relationship to the point that they don't want to start over, or they scared to start over, so they lose themselves more into it, and then they be like, well, I'm just gonna ride it out, or I'm more comfortable and I'm gonna deal with it, and then you lose yourself more, and then when you realize you lost yourself, you're gonna be like, damn, now I want to get out. But how you gonna get out of a relationship if you never told a person how you feel, or you put yourself in that dark hole that you lose your own self because you let yourself go, and you have to fix that. Another person cannot fix that. If you lose yourself, now you have to find your way back out. You have to bring your way back out. And
sometimes people find their way with another person, and that's how people end up cheating and leaving that person for somebody else.
Yeah, because you lost yourself, and you lose yourself, and somebody else help you find yourself again. You could be like, oh, that gonna sparkle. But you could have fixed yourself, or you can try to fix yourself, or bring yourself back with the person you lost it with. And people don't understand that. And that's another problem with people in a relationship now. They go out to somebody else trying to find themselves, or I think another person can fix it. And then when you think another person can fix it, they not really fixing it. At that point, they just making you happy and forget about you lost yourself in a relationship. Y'all leave a comment. That was a good one.
That was a good one, yeah.
Hey now. Proud myself.
That wasn't even just you. Don't just pat your back. Thank you. Leave me out.
But y'all, we had to learn that because we've been through that. Not just us. We've been through that with other people.
We also had to learn how to, I specifically, more or less, had to learn to don't tell everybody what's going on in your relationship.
I can't stress that enough.
I had to learn that for the life of me, because even if it was like, it would be, I'd be bored or try to have companionship, like as a friend, because I don't have that many friends. I was trying to keep friends or whatever, have a good conversation or whatever, but I will always tell them what's going on in our relationship, like not just ours and the relationship previous and everything. And I'm talking about everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. And they just be like, oh, that person ain't for you, blah blah blah. But I'm like, but I just told you the good stuff, like, you know. It's like, but that bad is just terrible. You shouldn't be with them if they doing that. And I had people tell me about her in the very beginning, and I was just like, but you still don't know, like, the behind the scenes.
And I used to have to tell her, like, with family and friends, you can't not, because I learned that, and I did that one time, and to this day, in any relationship, I did it as a teenager, like, not teenager, 18, 19, I learned that mentally, because when you tell somebody, and then you bring them around, why the fuck they here? Yeah. Did you just say that person ain't good? And I used to tell babe, stop. With family and friends, because then they look at us, why you with each other? Or did you just talk bad of this person, you with that? And then when y'all in each other's face is,
it looks weird.
Be like, damn, why she mugging me? What the fuck I do to her? I used to tell babe all the time, please stop telling people what's going on, because they look at me different, they look at babe different. And babe, no, I do not vent to my family about her. All the bad things happen, I never vented to my family about her. I barely vent to a friend about her, because I know my friends mentally. They would dog the shit out of her in her face and would not care. I couldn't do that, because I feel like certain stuff, you have to leave it in your relationship. If something wrong,
fix it within your relationship.
Fix it. I'm not about to go tell a third person. And I had to tell babe that, but she grew on that, because I'd be like,
I had to go.
Stop. Because that used to irritate me.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to hear her on the phone talking some mad shit, and then she could be like, I'm going to call you back. And I'd be like, why are you talking about me to her? Why need somebody to talk to? No.
Talk to me.
Do you see me on the phone blasting you out? Or we arguing? For example, we arguing about a piece of bubble gum, and I be like, that bitch is red. She be like, that bitch is green. And then she get on the phone with, she said it was red, and I said it was green. And I'm like, why are you telling her I said it was red? That's none of her business. You gotta keep
like
that.
One of us colorblind, we just don't know who.
Like, we gotta keep that. Leave that bubble gum alone. If I say it was red, you said it was green, we're gonna have to come up with another color. But that person don't need to know it was red or green. Like, it's certain stuff you just don't say. And I'm glad she stopped, because it was to the point that when we do argue, I walk away, because I'm be like, all you gonna do is go tell.
Yep.
And then it was to the point where she tell her story, and then what I say, she don't tell it. And I'll be like, you can't just tell your side. Like, if you go tell somebody, you gotta tell both sides, or they don't even know beginning. Well, that goes for any relationship. Like, You have to keep your family and friends out because they go forever be in y'all business. Once you tell them something, they go forever be. And then it's going to bring it down on you mentally because you're going to be like, now I got to continue to keep telling them.
You don't, though. You can stop. Just stop. Don't tell them nothing else.
You have to stop.
We good. We great over here.
Because that's where I lost myself at. I ain't going to say I lost myself. It was more of, I'm going to just stop talking.
She what's that called? Shut down. She was shut down.
She going to be like, I did that a lot. I shut down a lot. Or we get ready to argue, I won't say nothing. Like, if she was wrong, nothing. Can we talk? No. And we text me, it be dry text. It be dry. Because it was to the point that I'm not about to say nothing. Because you about to go get on the phone, go talk. And then she get mad because I'm not talking to her. And I be like, well, you know why. It's not my fault. But then we learn from that. Because now if she do it, I just be like, can you not talk about me on the phone with nobody? Like, leave my name out your mouth. Because if they say something bad about me, and then we go see each other, and then they look at me wrong, my attitude go pop, and I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm leaving. And I will leave her there. Babe, no, I will leave her there in a minute and be like, I'm gone.
But I don't do that. The only person that I do talk about her to is my good friend Elantra. We've been friends since freshman in high school. And it's all good things. I ain't even going to say we be talking bad stuff. We just be talking. And I be telling her, like, ooh, like, she already knew the gift that I was giving her for her birthday. She already know, because I was just sitting there just talking.
The only person I talk about her to is Nikki. But it's been, if we argue, I will not tell Nikki. Because she is that type of person. She would be like, well, call her on the phone right now. Or if I tell her something and we talking, she would say something and I have to hang up. I don't like. I talk to Nikki. It's more
she's quiet, but she also a Capricorn. She a Capricorn like me. So
Nikki is a Virgo.
Alondra Capricorn like me. So we sitting there just shooting that shit. And I'm gonna tell you right now, me and her are real good friends. Even though we talk once in a very blue moon, like we barely talk. But that's my road dog. I would hit her up in a minute if I'm bored. If she bored, she'd hit me up. Like,
and that's like me and Jazz. Like, we still talk to this day, but it's not no everyday talk.
But that's the thing, y'all was every day. Me and Alonso was never really every day. We was every day at school because we was proximity.
Oh no! But now we can pick up the phone and we get talk where we left out 2 months ago. Or she could be like, come through, and it's nothing changed. Like, it's nothing changed. But I don't tell her, I never told her what was going on, because I know my friends.
Right.
And my friends got attitude just like me. This is why we click. So, it is like, I remember one time I vented. I think we got into it so bad. And I was mad mentally. Like, I was mad. That was the day you had called your mom.
Okay.
I was mad mentally because when she told that person was calling me out my name, and I was like, okay, fuck this shit. Let me release it, because if I see that person, it's gonna be on that site. So I called a friend. I was like, I can't do it.
But to be honest,
I can't do it.
And
I've been in hard. When I say I've been in hard to the point she was like, break it off. That's how bad. That's when I say how bad I vented. I never vented like that to nobody.
But when I called that person, she don't know that I didn't even tell her what actually happened. I just told her what I did, honestly. And that person...
She went off your past.
Yeah, she went off my past. That was number one. Mm-hmm. And she went off my past of what I told someone else. Mm-hmm. And that person told her. So she don't even know from me what actually happened in my past. She's just going off of what that is about. And this person, I'm sorry, it's my mother. She don't want to know the truth. She want to know the truth, but she at the point where she don't really care to know the truth now. And I'm just like, okay.
She just take it how she take it.
And I'm just like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I told her this. She don't know me. She's like, how I not know you? I raised you. Baby, just because you was there in the house don't mean you knew the person.
I can't stress that enough. I hate when people say that. Oh, I know you. I know everything about you. And I'd be like, please tell me.
Do you know?
Please tell me about myself that I don't know. Please. They could be like, oh, well, this. No, I don't.
I ain't do that. What happened? I want to know.
When did it happen?
Like, you don't, that's the problem. She's like, I do know you. I raised you. How you to, like, was you with me 24/7?
Mm-hmm. Oh, was you with the relationship? Yeah.
24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know every little detail that happened throughout the day of my life? No, you do not. So you don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
You only know what I let you know.
And that's how it was with us, though. That's at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Because she used to tell me all the time, I know you. Hey, please stop telling me you know me. You think you know me. You know what I told you. And to this day, I be telling babe some shit. She like, damn, I didn't know that. Because you don't know me.
But that's that leaves the mystery and the fun part in the relationship.
Yes.
If you know everything about that person, it becomes boring. What else you going to talk about? What's the big else?
That's what we used to tell each other. Because I never told babe I knew her.
And it lies.
No.
You told me that once.
Yeah, because I knew what you told me. And then you try to flip it. And I'd be like, no, you told me this. And she gonna be like, oh, I did told you that. She'd be like, how you? Oh, no. Or she'll be like, how you know that?
You told me.
You told me. She gonna be like, I did.
I'm forgetting.
Babe, you told me. That's how I remember.
But then also, I would, like, forget certain things, like, certain stories of my life. And I'm like, oh, I need to tell you this. This is what happened to me. You be like, you already told me.
Or I bring it up. Or I be like, well, you told me this and that happened. When I told you that, babe, I listen.
I be loving that, too. That should be sexy.
Because she be like, I don't remember you telling. Yes, she did. Let me tell you how you told me. And she could be like, oh, I remember. I'd be like, yeah, now you know. But that's how we learn. But I say we grew for the better. We didn't grow for the worse. Mentally, we grew for the better. Like, mentally, we grew how to handle emotions. We grew how to handle anger. We knew when depression hit.
Anxiety.
We knew when anxiety hit. How to handle it. We knew how to love each other when that happened. Mm-hmm. We knew how, okay, let me give her a little 30 minutes. Or, babe, need to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. Or, baby, like, you want to talk about it? No, can you hold me so I go to sleep?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, y'all, everything don't need to be talked about.
Yep. And I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to say, though. Like, when it comes to that, learning your partner of how to love each other, that's the problem with most of these girls, these women and men these days. They want the person that they with to already know how to do that shit.
How to handle your emotions.
Every person is different. Good. Every person is different. The person you come in contact with don't know shit about you. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to tell them, teach them, and show them how to love and appreciate you. Mm-hmm. It ain't the right person gonna be able to do it off the bat. No. Mm-hmm. The right person gonna do what they want done to them off bat. That's what they're gonna do for you.
And then that person get mad when you don't do it right.
And they get mad. Mm-hmm. And that's what the problem is. Or they'll start off doing the stuff that they wanted to do, that they wanted you to do to them, and then they realize you don't do that for them. Mm-hmm. So they stop doing it, and you like, damn, why you stop doing that? I like that. Hold on.
You didn't tell me.
You didn't tell me. I didn't know if you liked it, if you didn't. I know if that's how you wanted to be loved, how you wanted to be treated. You have to let that person know, especially men, because the motherfuckers retarded. So you gotta ABC them.
You do.
You gotta ABC. Sometimes with women too, because we'll be a little slow. You can find you a little stud that's just dumb, don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, because I tell babe, I tell babe more of let me hold you, and I be like, that's not what's gonna calm me down. Mm-hmm. You have to let me hold you. No, I'm gonna hold you. And I'd be like, okay, fine. In the back of my head, I'm still not good.
You're right, and that's also me having to learn to open my ears and freaking listen to her as well, because I always thought like that's how I am in general. Like I was loving her how I like to be loved. So like if I'm having a bad day or if I'm having some problems, I would want her to hold me. But if she having a bad day, she want to hold me. And I'm like, damn, I want to hold you too one damn day. Let me do it one day, like, you know.
But I like to hold too. I like to hold babe. Babe likes to hold me, and then when my anxiety hit, I be like, no, let me. I gotta hold her. Mm-hmm. That's how we are. Mm-hmm. Or when hers hit, she want me to hold her. She have to be held. Mm-hmm. Babe don't hold me. My booty. It's my fault because I started it. Now I can't.
She did. She started it. That was her fault. Cause at first, like I learned that about myself. Cause at first I never with all my other relationships, I was never held like that. Like rarely, I was never held. I was always the one to hold somebody. Mm-hmm. Always.
And I'd be like, please stop. She'd be
and
no.
Y'all, like I'm short and I'm little. Like all the people, like she the smallest girl that I've dated. So. The other ones, like, they were tall and then they were big. They were big girls. I like BBW. So, they were tall and big. So, I was little spoon. But I was in the back. I was big spoon, but I was small. So, it was weird. But I always liked it. I don't know why. It was weird. And then when she started holding me while we in the bed and I be sleep. Oh, I go to sleep so fast.
No, she do. Because,
even when I have insomnia,
baby be up. She I wake up. And it'd be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd be like, why?
It was like 12.
No, sometimes be like 1 or 2. It just depends. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, babe, put the phone down. I'm about to hold you. No, go to sleep. Mm-mm. Put that phone down. Soon I hold babe, get to rub that booty. 5 minutes later, baby snoring.
I don't even know I fell asleep.
And I could be like, okay, good. I could get up and go to work. Because I know she sleep. She is not the fuck out. And she texts me
down there at 8 o'clock.
She texts me, babe, I fell asleep, and you did. Good night. Good night. Or like when I'm doing it, I'm rubbing her and I'm rubbing her booty, and she be like, no, babe, stop. I'd be like, that's my girl. You going to sleep. And I sneak up out the bed and get ready for work. Or I roll back over like, I got a good hour to sleep. And then when she out, I can go back to my little snoozy spot and go to sleep. And she don't hear nothing. She don't move. She's out. And I be like, okay.
I swear.
She go to sleep. That's the only way I get her to go to sleep. Because I fall asleep before her.
She do.
I fall asleep because I get up early. I fall asleep before her. So I be trying like, babe, go to bed.
She can make herself go to sleep before me. I can't go to sleep. It's hard.
Take that Z-Quil.
And then you did that last night. I forgot. I got in bed.
I had a headache so bad yesterday. Me and the boys was watching a movie. My son stayed about 4:30. I was in the bed with my phone on YouTube. We was watching them. We were watching Supernatural. He had eaten his fries and everything. He was like zoned in the TV. He said, Mama, I looked up. He was gone. He said, you were snoring out there like this was 4:30 in the afternoon. And he didn't move. I think he got up 6:30. He woke me up. No, I jumped up. No, he got up at 6:30 because I jumped up. I said, what time is it? He said, Mama, you asleep. I said, I was. Well, let me just take this pill real quick and go back to bed. And I said, go ahead and get outside and get comfortable. He left. I took my clothes off, got naked, baby. I rolled over and went back to sleep.
I was downstairs. I stayed up. So I get up later than her. I get up around technically 9 o'clock. But reality, I'm supposed to be up by like 7 to 8. And I wake up, clock in, and go back to sleep.
Yeah, so she's up longer than me because I'm up by 2:30 in the morning. So
but I stay
I'm
up later.
This bed so
Yeah.
quickly.
But I stay up later because I still have to tend to the boys, make sure the living room and kitchen is done, and the damn dogs go outside. So we gotta let them out. I think.
But we learn how to just let each other sleep because I gotta let baby sleep. She's like, why you let me sleep that long? Because you needed it. Like you need to be sleep. But y'all, this is how we grew each other. It's how we learn each other. I want y'all to have a good Monday. Get some sleep. Y'all have a blessed day. Make sure y'all meditate. Y'all pray for y'all blessings. Make sure y'all thank God that y'all wake up because somebody's not waking up the next day. Think about that. Have a good night, y'all.
Bye.